There comes a point in every man's life when he's truly tested. Like trying to put on a shirt with a broken collarbone, or putting on socks with only one hand. Looking fly for the gram, and making fashion YouTube videos.
Just kidding. Yes, life gets a bit more difficult, but it's not the end of the world, and that's what we're going to talk about today. What's up, guys? My name is Marcel Flores. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, One Dapper Street. And as you can see, I'm in an arm sling. Why am I in an arm sling? Because I broke my collarbone and I had surgery 8 days ago. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably already know the story, but I fell off my skateboard. Some people might say I skate badly. I would just argue that I was zoned out for a second, and when I was falling, I just didn't catch myself. And when you simply fall on the ground, concrete, and sometimes you break bones. So that's my story, but today we're gonna take a look at how to rock this thing and how to just embrace the fact that you're gonna be wearing this for a little while. I honestly am not ashamed of my sling or anything. It's a nice conversation starter, it's an icebreaker. People keep asking, I tell them the story. I'm a fashion guy and I like looking the best I can, and sometimes it's just aesthetically not the most pleasing thing. So we're gonna take a look at 3 different outfits, 3 different styles, and with those, a few things that you can think about when wearing a sling and styling an outfit with a sling that is gonna make it just a little less apparent and makes it blend in a little bit more easily. Let's start with the look that I'm wearing right now. I think the biggest and easiest thing that you can do is just match the colors. At first I had a white sling, but I really quickly bought this one, which is a lot more comfortable, like 15 bucks off of Amazon, and this happened to be black. If you don't have a sling yet and you need one, I'll leave a link down below. Maybe I make that process easier for you. But point being that black on black, you can barely notice that I'm having this thing. It kind of just looks like I'm holding my arm up high. I combined the whole thing with black jeans and then black sneakers. And then I threw, which is tip number 2, a jacket over my shoulders. Not only is it easier than putting the jacket on, but it also covers up the sling a little bit. Once again, it just doesn't stand out as much. Both those tips work for this street style, but also for the other styles. We'll kind of revisit that in just a second. But in this instance, I'm wearing my Balenciaga trainers, I'm wearing black jeans, and I'm wearing a black t-shirt, and on top I'm wearing a faux suede navy bomber from Zara that is nice and light and drapes nicely over my shoulders, and even without the jacket. If you have a black on black look, it just blends in somewhat naturally, and once again, it just takes some of the attention away versus wearing this against a white t-shirt where you're like, oh my god, arm sling. Color is a big point. That's my first look, and I honestly, I feel pretty comfortable in this. It just doesn't stand out too much. Outfit number 2, a more casual option. Why do I like this? For one, a button-down shirt is actually really easy to put on because you can kind of just let your arm hang. You put one side on, put it around, button them up with one finger. It might take a little while, but it's easier to put on than a t-shirt. Second tip, in terms of color, it's very similar to the black. I'm just going for darker colors. If I'm not going for black, because I personally don't love wearing black all that much, at least go for a darker color so it blends in a little bit more than against a bright color or even a white. And I'm wearing this to show you guys another option of the over-the-shoulder jacket situation with this denim jacket, which actually ties in the blue in the sneakers. So same thing as before, it's a light jacket, it's easily thrown over, it's better than putting it on, it covers up some of the arm sling. It's stylish, I think a denim jacket is a good jacket to do that with. This one's a fairly soft wash from Page Denim. I love this jacket, it drapes really nicely, and for throwing it over the shoulder is actually a really nice fabric, just because it being soft, it drapes more around your body. Those are 3 more points that I would recommend to you. Dark colors, button-down shirts, and a denim jacket as another alternative to throwing something over your shoulder. And look number 3, a full suit with shirt and tie, because maybe you're still in a sling when you gotta get back into the office, you have an important meeting, you need to look good. So there's actually 3 points that I wanna make with this suit, because sometimes you might not be able to avoid having to wear a suit even when you have a sling currently. Number 1 is to accessorize in the same color. So you can't wear an all black suit to the office, that's just weird. Maybe you're getting married, and then that's great, even though it's not great because then you're in an arm sling when you're getting married. But you get my point. You can't necessarily wear a black suit, so at least keep the accessories black. Like, my shoes are black, my tie is black, and my watch is black. So it really ties it in, and overall I created a monochromatic color scheme. The second thing I want to point out is maybe I'm feeling pretty good. I can move my arm around and actually tie this tie myself. If you can. Some people can literally, if they dislocated the shoulder, they're not allowed to move their arms at all, and you need to put a tie on. Ask a friend to pre-tie a few of them for you. So all you gotta do is sling them over your head and tighten them a little bit, which you can do with one hand. And the third thing I wanna point out is the shoes. Now I'm wearing lace-up shoes. These are actually Akari Floors wingtips that we never released, it's just a sample. This is pretty hard with the lacing. If you don't have a loafer, I think it might be worth investing in one just so you can easily slip in and out and have a long shoehorn. That'll significantly help you getting into your shoes This is not a great example for elegant dress shoes that go with a suit when you have an arm sling. And that wraps up all three looks. I hope I could help you guys out a little bit. I know that throwing jackets over your shoulder is kind of a look. It might not be the most accessible thing to you guys, but I wanted to mention it because in this case, I just feel like it has its benefits. But even if you just own it, think about tying it back in, think about the colors that you're wearing to just kind of make it pop out a little bit less. Other than that, I hope you either enjoyed this video just for like the sake of watching what I'm doing with it, or if you're actually in an arm sling, I hope you're gonna feel better really soon, and I hope this helped you particularly to step up your style game while you're a little bit out of business, or at least one side of your body is. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon with the next video. Until then, stay dapper. Bye guys.
Or putting on socks with only one hand, looking fly for the gram, and making fashion YouTube videos.